हेलो दोस्तों, मैं हूं स्मिता कुमार और आप देख रहे हैं आपका अपना हेल्थ चैनल मेडी सर्कल। दोस्तों, जिस तरह से साइंटिस्ट ने कोविड की वैक्सीन एक साल के अंदर डेवलप कर ली, काश ऐसा होता कि सभी बीमारियों के वैक्सीन होते और इस तरह से हम कई जिंदगियां बचा सकते थे। क्योंकि अभी भी ऐसी कई बीमारियां हैं जिनका इलाज ही संभव नहीं है। उस केस में सिर्फ वैक्सीन एक तरीका है जिस तरह से उस बीमारी को रोका जा सकता है और मौत के आंकड़ों को कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है। आपने एचआईवी और एड्स का नाम जरूर सुना होगा। एचआईवी और एड्स से रिलेटेड कुछ फैक्ट्स मैं आपके सामने रखना चाहूंगी। 2019 के आखिर तक अप्रॉक्स 38 मिलियन यानी 38 मिलियन लोग एचआईवी के साथ जी रहे थे। डब्ल्यूएचओ के अनुसार एचआईवी एक ग्लोबल पब्लिक हेल्थ इश्यू बन गया है जिसने लगभग अब तक 33 मिलियन यानी 33 मिलियन लोगों के जीवन का अंत कर दिया है। करीब 6,90,000 लोग एचआईवी के कारणों से 2020 में और 1.5 मिलियन लोग एचआईवी से नए संक्रमित थे। साल 2020 में दुनिया भर में करीब 27.4 यानी 27.4% मिलियन एचआईवी पॉजिटिव लोग 8 थेरेपी ले रहे हैं, 8 जिसे एंटी रेट्रोवायरल थेरेपी भी कहते हैं। लोगों के मन में इस बीमारी को लेकर के अलग अलग धारणाएं बनी हुई हैं। ये बीमारी कई सालों से है लेकिन अभी तक हम इसका कोई भी इलाज नहीं ढूंढ पाए हैं। तो क्या अभी भी ये बीमारी इतने साल होने के बाद भी मौत का पैगाम लेकर आती है, या हमारे साइंटिस्ट और एमिनेंट डॉक्टर्स ने कोई ऐसा तरीका ढूंढ निकाला है जिससे हम एड्स को मात दे सकते हैं, हरा सकते हैं। साथ ही साथ इस बारे में हम जानेंगे अपने डॉक्टर्स से, अपने एक्सपीरियंस डॉक्टर्स से, उनसे बातें करके उनसे जानकारी लेंगे कि क्या ये जो भी बीमारी है इसका कोई वैक्सीन इंडिया में अवेलेबल है, और अगर नहीं तो इस वैक्सीन की उम्मीद कब तक की जा सकती है, कब तक हमें एचआईवी और एड्स से डरने की ज़रूरत है। अगर दोस्तों वैक्सीन होगी तो 100% हम इस रोग को हरा सकते हैं। लेकिन इसके साथ ही साथ जो एड्स के जो कारण है, जो सेक्सुअली ट्रांसमिटेड डिजीजेस के है कि यू मस्ट बी हैविंग वन पार्टनर सिस्टम और सेफ सेक्स होना चाहिए, कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव्स और कॉन्डम्स का यूज़ होना चाहिए, वो भी उतना ही ज़रूरी है। लेकिन अगर जिन लोगों को एड्स हो चुका है, कुछ ऐसे भी लोग हैं जो डायरेक्ट इसकी वजह नहीं है, बहुत बार गर्भवती महिलाओं से बच्चों में भी एड्स ट्रांसफ़र हो जाता है, उनको हम किस तरह से ज़िंदगी दे सकते हैं, उनकी जानें कैसे बचा सकते हैं। मेडी सर्कल पे आप हमेशा सही इन्फॉर्मेशन, राइट इन्फॉर्मेशन पाएंगे, डायरेक्ट एक्सपीरियंस डॉक्टर्स और एक्सपर्ट्स की ज़ुबानी। तो आइए जानते हैं इन स्पेशलिस्ट से कि क्या एड्स की वैक्सीन अवेलेबल है इंडिया में, और अगर नहीं तो कब तक हो सकती है, जिससे हम कई जिंदगियों को बचा सकते हैं। स्टे हेल्दी, स्टे ट्यून टू मेडी सर्कल।
Developing vaccines is not easy. It requires extensive research and hard work from eminent scientists, followed by clinical trials to check the efficacy of vaccines. Millions of people across the globe wait for this vaccine, which is a boon for AIDS. The vaccine is a therapeutic approach and best preventive treatment that can work in preventing this fatal disease called AIDS. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome is a chronic, potentially life-threatening disease caused by HIV, that is, human deficiency virus. As the entire globe waits for the AIDS vaccine, we at MediCircle are conducting an awareness series at the onset of World AIDS Vaccine Day to educate people about AIDS and its preventive measures from eminent expert doctors and medical professionals. Hi, this is Sana Khan, and today in this initiative, we're going to speak to Dr. Vaibhav Lunkar. Dr. Vaibhav is a practicing dermatologist, psychologist, and a sexologist with an experience of 31 years. He has an experienced, skilled, and awarded doctor in his field of specialization. Dr. Vaibhav has been awarded Orator Par Excellence, Excellent Teacher in Pulse Diagnosis. He's an esteemed member of the Indian Association of Dermatologists, Venereologists, and Leprologists, Indian Medical Association. He's also a member council of Sex Education and Parenthood International. He has worked as a senior medical officer at Antiretroviral Therapy Center for HIV at Sassoon Hospital in Pune. Please welcome Dr. Vaibhav to MediCircle. Hello, doctor. How are you?
Yes, fine. Let's go ahead. Yes.
So, Dr. Weber, why is CD4 count very important in the diagnosis of AIDS, and how can it be improved with medications?
So CD4 count came as the cheapest mode of diagnosis because viral load was very costly for every HIV patient. America relied more on viral loads, while India tried to rely more on CD4 as it was cheaper and a better alternative, especially in our own setup. It could be done at small laboratories, and viral load required little big setup, little big more machines, very costly. Later on, it started in India also that we started doing it for every patient. But CD4 is better, cheaper, and easier alternative to viral load. And it gives us an immediate diagnosis as to how is the immunity of the patient, especially in HIV. A normal patient has 1,500 and above CD4. One who doesn't suffer from HIV. And a patient who suffers from HIV, his CD4 drops down and it comes maybe to anything below 1,500, it starts dropping. And we used to start a person on ART when we were given some guidelines that if the patient goes below 350, we should start with CD4. There was one guideline. Once upon a time, it was 500. Once upon a time, it was 350. And later on, a guideline came that once he is positive, whatever the CD4, let's start him on ART because then we had a lot of ART medicines also available. So first we used to give priority to the serious patient, and then we gave priority to each and every HIV patient, and so that he doesn't spread HIV to others, because when he's on ART, there's a very less possibility of him spreading HIV to others. So CD4 gave us an immense usefulness in diagnosing HIV, the seriousness of HIV, and when to start medications and how to monitor them. Because if the patient is on CD4 monitor, if he improves, the CD4 improves, and we know that the medicine is working for him and it doesn't have resistance directly or indirectly. And also when the CD4 rises, he has very less opportunistic infections and very less chance of untimely death. So CD4 gave us it was a very good marker.
So, Dr. Weber, patients suffering from AIDS are prone to low immunity. Which kind of other infections are they susceptible to attack?
Opportunistic infections are more common in HIV. So the patient will suffer from diarrhea at times. If he suddenly eats something outside, gets diarrhea, which is uncontrollable in most of the cases. Or he gets an infection in the throat, like now we have got about COVID or something like that. He gets an infection in the throat with all bacteria, viruses, funguses, everything.
Correct.
And then it is very difficult to. So many opportunistic infections on the skin, in the throat, in the eyes, everything starts with the dropping of CD4. If his CD4 is good and if he has good hygiene, if he's taking the tablets properly, then there is very less chance of going into infection or untimely death, and we can predict his life very nicely.
Okay. So, and how important is the need for an AIDS vaccine?
AIDS vaccine is very, very important in today's world, because then, especially if we vaccine the highly prone people who are having high risk behavior, especially the drug users, drug peddlers, drug users, and all this class of criminal, as well as or that nexus of that criminal, then we will be able to control AIDS totally in the world. So it's very, very important to have a vaccine. Very, very important.
And what are the early symptoms of AIDS? Can you please brief on that?
Let's start with some symptoms first in the throat, then with the skin, especially HIV. First patient, he will come with just itching below the elbow or below the knee, and nobody will diagnose because it is a common symptom. Itching below the knee, it's common. Itching below the elbow, it's common. And otherwise, he'll come with cough, and nobody is able to cure it. Nobody is able to diagnose it. And then after 15 days of cough, nobody is able to cure it with normal antibiotics, normal cough syrups. Oh, let us go and search for HIV. And HIV then starts coming up with either tuberculosis, is diagnosed first, and then it is known that, oh, with tuberculosis, we do an HIV test compulsorily, and the patient comes to be known as a HIV patient. So HIV, there are very, very indirect symptoms because the patient comes with
very common symptoms and strange, very strange. Such a big disease and such symptoms.
So that sentence is very important in life. You don't see what you don't know. So you
Correct.
should, the doctor should be very much aware what to look for. And
Right,
then only
right.
then he will be able to diagnose HIV. Otherwise, we miss patients.
Thank you so much,
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Weber, for coming to our show and sharing your valuable time and insights with us at MediCircle. It has been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.